What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing fantastic. We have a Lizardmen only spider tournament going on. Some of you may be seeing this thinking you can't do it, but rest assured, I guarantee if you've been playing for more than probably 60 to 90 days, you can get this done. Is it worth it? I'd say yes, very much so, especially if you went for the recent dog fusion, the Crocad fusion. Definitely going to be worth it because we have the Orcs Path event starting tomorrow, which you're going to be getting points from summoning champions as well as getting gear. If you're doing Spider, that's going to be considered getting gear, so you can get more points from that. You're going to be picking up a PRISM crystal, which we unfortunately don't know what it's going to be yet. There's no event whatsoever, which is weird, but either way, it's going to be a 6% chance for a legendary and a 94% chance for an epic, unless they change it, which is basically a sacred shard with a limited pull. So definitely worth going for it. There's no reason not to. And even if the pull wasn't very good, hey, you pick up a 5-star glyph, you're using some Lizardmen only champions, it's not a problem whatsoever. Now, there's several other bits of news I want to talk about. Some champion events going on, as well as a champion training event going on, but we're going to save that for a little bit later in case you're just here for the Spider tournament. Now, I've done videos on this before, talking about how Stage 10 of Spider has some weird things going on, Stage 10 normal, where the 5-star pieces drop at an 81%, but anything above that is a lower percentage. Anything under it, of course, is a lower percentage. So it's very strange, but it's a big benefit for all of us. Basically, if it's Lizardmen only, just bring a lizard into the team. Have your rest of your champions lizards as well if you're doing champion training. Do not use any other faction, and you're going to be able to complete this fairly easily. Now, when we look at the info section here, there's no benefits for lower turns, so it doesn't matter if your run's 30 seconds or 2 minutes as long as you're getting all the points. But specifically, 5-star accessories are going to give you much more points than a increase in the rarity anyways. So if you're just looking to complete this, going for Stage 10 is the way to go. It's going to be easy, it's going to be quick, it's going to be simple. We could literally come in here right now, go to Stage 10, and build a team with you guys. This is what I'm going to use for Stage 10 Hard. I'll go over how you can build a really good team for that as well. But for Stage 10 Normal, this is what I would use. And to be honest, if you're going to do this event, I would say go into Hard Mode or do Stage 10 Normal. Because Lizardmen, other than Sulfurion, doesn't have great burn options. And if you're going to Hard Mode Spider, you don't really need a burner. You really need like a Hex or good AoE damage, and you're going to be fine. Oddly enough, Hard Mode Spider is actually easier than normal Spider. Very strange. So here we're going to go to Lizardmen. Stage 10 is Magic Affinity. So if we go to Faction, Lizardmen, we'll go Force Affinity because they're not going to hit me as hard, right? You can use tons of different champions. We have a Brood Lord here. Well, what is his gear? 182? Yeah, let's go ahead and throw this dude in here. Sure, why not, right? I think I have a better one that I built for Faction Wars. But Basilisk, if you have one that's empowered, of course, it's going to be a little bit better. If you have one that has a good blessing, of course, it's going to be better as well. But let's see what kind of gear this guy has. He has no boots. I do have area bonuses for my champions. He has no masteries. You really do want masteries for these champions because War Master is going to be how you kill them. And you really kind of want to have some crit rate as well. So he has no crit rate at the moment. Let's go ahead and put some crit rate gloves on him. Actually, the best thing to do for this is just going to be, okay, come to your lifesteal set. You want some way to recover your HP. Just have a very simple, basic lifesteal set. We'll go crit rate. I can literally throw on whatever other garbage I want on this champion, basically. Push him above 200 speed, and he's going to do good. It's a very simple dungeon. Obviously, if you are able to be more tanky, it's going to be the best way to go about this. More survivable. We have 33,000 HP. Let's take him up a little bit. Let's take him up to like level 30 or something. That'd be fine. 32. There we go. Level 32. Champions, Broodlord. We have 37,000 HP, 2,500 defense. We have no War Master, no accessories. We were missing a lot of stuff. Will this work? I honestly don't know, to be honest. It may or may not work, but I can guarantee you, if you were to throw on War Master, it's going to work flawlessly. War Master really makes the difference. I didn't test this before doing the video because I want to show you guys how easy and accessible this is. Yes, he is a +4 champion, but he's basically naked. He does not geared very well. He doesn't have very good, has no masteries. He's strong affinity, but we're really just relying on my critical hits here. We have some protection from the stuff that the spider places. We may have to end up pulling the trigger and getting a champion in here who has masteries on them. But if you're able to break that 200 speed range, then you're going to be able to do some damage. You're going to be able to get the spider down. This will take a very long time to do this run, yes, but it is solo. We could have multiple other champions around me. With masteries, I'd be able to increase my speed based on the enemies that I kill, as well as the allies that are dead. Something worth considering there. This would take a very long time, especially with no War Master. Let's switch the champion real quick to somebody who I believe has masteries, maybe? Let's see. What is Basilisk? He is a +4 6-star blessing champion currently. But does he have masteries? He does not have masteries. Dang. He does have an AoE A1 ability, though. And he also has a block damage, so let's check this out real quick. He has a revival and death, something like that, right? So this, boom, give him some more crit rate. Check out his skills. His skills are revives him when killed. There we go. This will be a little bit better of a showcase here. He has no masteries, but this should work out. He has cruelty as well. It's not really that big of a deal what he has there. The AoE attacks will help prevent the spider from healing too much. There we go. Just simple A1 AoE, working the spider down. Not going to do that much. You obviously could have your champion way less geared than this. It's not going to matter. AoE is going to be the way to go, though, because you can actually get the little spiderlings gone. So then the big spider can take all of your damage, and you're just going to kill it. Obviously, you may not have a +4 6-star champion, and if you're a beginner player, you're not going to have that, but the idea is still there, right? You can put other lizards in here too. Get rid of the little spiderlings so you can have your healing done, and then if you don't have enough damage from just your gear, throw on some masteries, get War Master doing the damage for you, and then you're going to finish this no problem. If I actually geared him to do damage, it would be done in just one turn, basically. You can one-shot this, of course, right? If you have a champion built decently, we have an error. Basilisk 2 OP, apparently. Just make sure when you do this, you only use Lizardmen. If you're going to use food champions as well, which I, of course, recommend doing, that they're only going to be Lizardmen. Now, if you want to take a step further and jump into hard mode, there's a few things you can focus on here. If you have enough damage to just wipe the waves and just handle it there, I will use a team like this. This is a very OP, whale-heavy team, yes, but we're going to have him open with this, and then number 1 on this, I do believe, and then everybody else is going to be fine. So this team is going to be good. The reason why I have the Broadmaw on here is, yes, it's a Lizardman food champion, a little extra levels, but it also is going to get killed, giving Sulfurion a champion to res, because Lazarius is going to be in that second form anyways. He picks it up, he picks up the Broadmaw, and then boom, he's going to be able to get an extra turn, getting back around to his HP burn as fast as possible. I didn't want, okay, no, he's actually fine. I want to make sure that Fushan uses his AoE ability in this second rotation. Pay attention to the spider rotation. My Sulfurion's very fast, which is what's causing him to get back around to another turn. Ideally, we wouldn't have the little spiderlings coming back. It's not really a huge deal. Obviously, Fushan is not tuned for this. If he was faster, or if he was in a situation where he wouldn't be slept the entire time, that'd be amazing, but he just sat out there. So very simple team. But say you don't have these champions. Well, Spider hard mode is still very, very easy. What you'd have to do in that situation is, if you don't have a Dracomorph, you don't have the decreased defense from him, you don't have Sulfurion, you only have like a Fushan or something, maybe you had some other AoE Lizardmen, the biggest thing, which I unfortunately probably won't be able to switch just yet. Oh, I got some silver, never mind. I could probably do this little swap. If I gave an example with Krisk, of course, he is not going to be a great example because not many players are going to have him. But Basilisk, this will be a fantastic example. The same champion I used previously can be used here as well. We're going to go and try to find a curse set to put on this champion. We're going to go priority stat speed, because what I want him to do is just place Hex on everybody. Spider hard mode, guys, this can be used for any of your future teams. It is extremely easy if you get Hex applied to everybody. We're going to go for some speed on him. I'm going to switch this gear off of him probably as soon as I get done with this anyways. We're going to go ahead and throw that on him. He's attack-based, okay, so that defense is going to do nothing as far as damage goes. But ultimately, I don't really care. He's not here so much for the damage. He's just here to boost the speed and get things rolling. Now, we will go priority stats crit rate and get some crit rate on here, because I do want him actually doing a little bit of damage. Like, if I can do it, just have him do it, right? So 207% crit damage. We have a curse set. which is going to place Hex on the enemies, which is going to allow me to spread and share that damage. So we're going to throw in Basilisk wherever he is, right here. As far as other champions go, we don't really need a Venomage, though he will be placing some poisons, so let's go ahead and try to throw in a Venomage. Pretty cool champion, some poisons, Hex. Does it spread the damage from there? I'm not certain. I know Akimtum does, but I forget. Either way, it's not really going to matter. We could throw in a Necmo. Really just any other damage dealer you have in Lizardman is going to be fine. Necmo, let's go ahead and throw in the Necmo. Just because I want to have similar champions here, and we'll throw in 2 champions to pop up with a res. I don't even got a leader champion with an aura, so that should tell you the information you need to know as far as how simple this is going to be. Placing the Hex. Let's see if the poisons actually spread. I don't know why I don't know if they do or not, but we may actually just down them with Basilisk. All really matters here is just killing the little spiderlings. If you kill the little spiderlings, that's going to be what does damage to the big spider. You guys let me know. Does the Hex spread? Does the poison damage spread to the big spider? I forget. But Basilisk is just going to be OP here. The one area that this champion gets used is going to be spider. On normal and hard. Okay, maybe, I couldn't really tell. 312,000, I think it's because we killed them all. Maybe a poison tick went off. I'm fairly sure it does spread. I don't know. I know Akimtum does spread it. I don't know if it's because of Akimtum's kit or because of how the Hex and poison interacts by itself. Either way, this is going to be a smooth team. It's going to be a little slow, but I'm using champions in not optimal gear whatsoever and just throwing in here basically. After we finish this, I want to talk about a few of the upcoming events as well that you should pay attention to, and they're going to kind of coincide with the current Orc's Path that's going to be starting tomorrow as well. If Basilisk dies, well, he's going to be right back anyway, so that's pretty cool. There we go. He's done. Nice. So we have Cursed on him. He's picking up some heals anyways from, I guess, the maybe stuns that replaced Leech. Oh, no, Leech from Necmo. Very easy, guys. So stage 6, it could do stage 10 hard as well. I'm sure with just a little bit of tweaking of gear, it would be no problem whatsoever. So if you have Basilisk, throw them in normal or hard. Doesn't matter. You can make it work. It's not going to be a difficult tournament to do whatsoever. It's going to probably cost you about 2,000 energy. Of course, on stage 10 normal, you have a chance of picking up some other things that are not going to be as useful. I believe it drops mystery shards or something. So yeah, those runs are not going to give you anything. But if you can't do a higher stage, then stage 10 is just going to be where you have to go. Now, as for what events are going to be coming up, we have 2. So we have the summon event right here. In case I didn't show this already, your chances, bada bing, bada boom. I think I already showed that though. Now, your chances for summoning. This Friday, August 15th, we're launching, which is tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, yeah, it's definitely tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Sure is. There's going to be a 15x chance for the following champions. Freya, the Frog, and the Lizardman faction, which could be kind of cool. He's an interesting champion, one of the only champions, if not the only no, Gizmak can do it too, but places Painlink, which is pretty neat. Could be good for Chimera potentially. If I got him, I'd try him, but I did a video on him. I just never posted it, and I think I deleted it, so I forget what all exactly he does. On this list, Fina is just going to be the most popular champion to be pulled for. She's crazy, very good for Chimera, very good for Hydra. I have her. I'd probably go for Freya if any of these champions, but possibly Emok as well. Now, down here, we have Warlord, Cardiel, and Rio, all top-tier champs. And then for the epics, we have Sepulcher, Grizzled, Jarl, Mausoleum Mage, Maneater, and Skytouch Shaman. Maneater, of course, top tier if you don't have a good clan boss team. To be fair, Brogni is too. So maybe you get lucky and pull one of these 2 champions. Now, that is going to be the 15x event. It's, of course, going to be coinciding with the Orc's Path event happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So keep that in mind. But we're also going to have a Ramen 2 Perfect Soul Champion Training Tournament. This is going to be very interesting, especially if you're going to be running Spider, maybe solo, farming food. Actually, it's not going to matter because this event will probably be over by the time the Ramen 2 one starts. The Ramen 2 one is going to be starting this Saturday, August 16th. If you're doing solo content with whatever dungeon you're farming, you will be double dipping into the Hero's Path event as well as the Ramen 2 event, and if they have any other tournaments going on, something worth considering. Now, the groups are going to be broken up into groups of 100 players, as well as based on your level. So level 31 to 40, 3-star, Perfect Soul, 41 to 60, 4-star, 61 to 99, 5-star Perfect Soul, and then this may be one of the first times they've done that. Level 100 players can get a 6-star perfect soul for Ramen 2. Now on this account, I don't have Ramen 2. This account hasn't gotten to that point yet. It's a little bit of a slow grind, especially with hard mode faction wars. I just not wanted to drop back to normal. But either way, it's not going to be difficult once we get back on this grind. Now, Marius is already done. Kind of weird, I know. But either way, the Ramen 2 perfect soul is actually massive. Ramen 2, of course, is a very good champion. We have an A1 ability, chance of increasing the skill cooldown of an enemy, an A2, which is a quad hitting skill, placing some very powerful debuffs, actually really good for Chimera, and then an A3, block actives and block passives. He kind of fell out of PvP for a while because of Polymorph, but with Polymorph not being as popular, his A3 ability is very valuable. We can lock out the passives of champions like Nice, champions like Marichka, champions like Galathier. If they have an passive, then he's going to lock the passive. But if they have an active skill, then he's just going to lock. Well, if they don't have a passive, he's going to lock the active. If they do have a passive, he's going to block the passive. So it can still be cleansed. However, he's a good champion. And a 6-star soul, even if you're not using him in PvP, PvE is very valuable there. 6-star soul means when Amius comes around, you have a champion who you're already building with accuracy. 5-star soul if you're a lower player, where it's more important because Brimstone, which is what I'm going to be talking about, is guaranteed at 6-star, so no accuracy needed. But at 5-star, it's not going to be guaranteed. So you do still need the accuracy to land it, but at 6-star, you don't. So if you're below level 100, it's going to be very valuable. Above level 100, 6-star Brimstone is going to have a 100% chance to be placed, which is very, very good for things like Amius and really just any areas you're trying to push a little bit more damage. He's a very strong champion. Now, he's not the most meta-breaking champion, not the craziest, but he is a good, solid champion who, if you pick up a 6-star soul for, you're going to get extra speed, extra accuracy, which is the 2 things you need for him, which is awesome. And even if you're just getting the extra accuracy, you're getting the extra accuracy and resistance, which is very cool as well. And I've actually seen a few nuke Ramen 2s as well, which is kind of weird, but it kind of worked also. Basically, there's going to be a champion train tournament for Ramen 2. We have this for the boosted events. We have plenty of options to run for the current Spider tournament. So basically, guys, go out there, get your stuff finished. Good luck going for this Orcs Path event. I got a feeling it's going to be expensive. I'm going to try to get on here and do a calculator as early as I can. This is going to be released and starting at like 3 or 4 a.m. my time. I'm going to be fast asleep, hopefully. But around probably 10 a.m., I should be more than up and ready to get everything done and put it out a video around 10 a.m., maybe earlier if I can get everything done sooner. But I'm going to try to get a calculator and the points calculated for this so you guys can have a good idea of what you need. It's going to be expensive. I can almost guarantee it, especially if you're going for both Shayak and the 5-star soul. It does appear to be a perfect soul. I'm hoping that's what it actually is and not no split soul stuff. However, split souls are nice if you're just wanting to stair step up to 4-star because 5-star is really good for him. I would definitely go for the soul for the dog for sure, especially if you need Shayak. I need both, so I'm going to try to go hard for this. But guys, that's the video. Thank you all very much for watching. Best of luck on the Spider tournament. I'd save it for tomorrow for sure. Don't do anything of this today. Ice Golem, of course, you could wait to finish off if you wanted to do it, but I just wouldn't even do this, honestly. But good luck on this. Got some nice rewards at the top. Even just the 5-star glyph is pretty cool. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.